Hello, this is Betty. Today I want to introduce how we choose the fire sleeve. And when the customer first faces this fire sleeve, maybe they don't know how to choose it, especially in nowadays the materials for the silicone and the fiberglass rise up very seriously. So maybe some customers want to find more supplier from China, more lower price and more better quality. And what is more, for the silicon, is rise up about 20% compared to last year. And next, for our factory, and we can't stand anymore, so we will share this price with our customer together. And next, I want to compare all these samples from our another suppliers. This is supplier A, B, C. This is grade pack and over their fiberglass. This is from foreigner, pyrojacket. And firstly, we start from the surface, and it's very smooth. It's very smooth in China. Especially the supplier from China is most smooth, not swollen. Okay, you can see that A, B, C, D is all smooth. But for pure jacket, it's a swollen. It's the feature for this supplier. And but no matter for the surface, this is not very important. What is more, for the color, you can see that this is dark red, and this is bright red. Great pack is bright red, and some others is orange red. That is not very important. Just for customers' preference, they like or not, they won't affect this first sleeve fixture. Next, next one is elasticity. Elasticity is very important for the fire sleeves, and for which factor will affect it? First one is the wall thickness for the silicone. You can compare with B. You can see that. If we find a more bigger one, you can compare that. If the surface of silicone is too thin, it will break easily. You can see that, break easily. Yeah. As the cost of silicone is really very high, so some suppliers will just put a very thin silicone on the fiberglass. And the next is the soft of hard. We will compare the supplier C and supplier D. We can see this one. The silicone is very thick, but we can see that it's very hard, especially for the hydraulic house customers. When they apply for this fire sleeve to the hydraulic house, it's very hard to install it. But for this one, the silicone, the thickness is very good, and also it's soft. It will install the hydraulic house very easily. So next, temperature. Temperature is a factor depends on the surface of silicone. As our air set, we can't identify which one is bad or not. But what is more, we have the professional identify machine to test it. We will give to the part C, special test department to test it. For example, for the surface of the silicone, if not pure silicone, maybe it's caused some industry accident. For example, for this one, great pack silicone is pure silicone, and this will affect the self-extinguish for the fire sleeve. Such as for this one, if they input some another factor to this the silicone, it's maybe become not a self-extinguish, it's become a fire later. And the next one is the in solution. The solution is have two aspects. First one, we have we have refer to the silicone. We have know how the silicone composition. But for the inside is the fiberglass, and for the air set, we cannot to identify which one is E glass or which one is C glass. We can't identify by the air set. But as we know that our fire sleeve mostly will apply to the steel plant, caulking plant. If I say if caused a very serious accident, it's not only the compensation to the customers, we will feel very serious lawsuit from our customer. That I think that is the very bad result we must face. And we know that for this fire sleeve, it's really very small part for the steel plant or caulking plant, but even it's very small, but it's very important. It's critical part for the protection in the steel plant, especially in the very high temperature environment. And I have engaged in the fire sleeve field about 8 years. Hope my experience for the fire sleeve can help you how to choose the fire sleeve. Hope you can choose the suitable one. Maybe it's not fashion. It's not fashion fast materials. It's industry materials. And if we choose the bad one, or I mean the unqualified fire sleeve, we will meet a very terrible result. That's all. Bye bye.